Hi, my loves. We're gonna do we're gonna do a 2022 year prediction for Scorpio. If it resonates with you, yay. If it doesn't, just remember that it's not gonna resonate with everyone. Scorpio, there's a lot on your mind. I've been trying to get into your energy, or at least I'm just gonna jump in because this is like my 5th time trying to do this. Because like I'll go into it and then like a minute later I'll like just blank out and not say anything. And it's weird. I feel like you guys are having a lot of that. A lot of those moments where you guys are having a conversation with someone and then you zone the fuck out. And you start, I don't know what you're thinking about, but a lot of those things that you're thinking, it's really sad. Some of you maybe lost somebody recently. And I feel like you're in the process, you know, like when after you lose somebody and you're not ready to accept it, and it just, and like, so yeah, that happened for some of you. I'm so sorry. My condolences, my loves, but it feels like, you know, when you like forget in the first few days because it hasn't set in, and then out of nowhere it hits you while you're having a conversation, and then you just start crying. Or maybe a relationship ended and it's hitting you the same way. It feels like there was like a very intense ending in 2021 for you, and a little hard to accept. But 2022 is going to be amazing. And always remember, like the way that I see it is, we have to have people on the other side. At least people that we feel, we have to have energy on the other side. Energy that we feel comfortable to praying to our ancestors. That's who they are. And if, yes, we can pray to our great grandparents, and we can, or to the people that we knew, but when we pray to the people that we felt the closest to, like when you pray to your grandmother, to your mother, to your father, to whoever you felt that closeness to, when they passed, you actually feel like you have an angel on the other side, like taking care of you, and the protection feels different, right? So it's just, I guess, try your hardest to see it that way. I know that there's really not much that people can say. I am so sorry, Scorpio. Or you're really like mourning somebody's death, or maybe the holidays are just not good for you because somebody passed away around this time. It feels like a lot of emotion. I'm so sorry. All right, but let's look into 2022, and I'm hoping that it's better. You guys have me over here fucking bawling my eyes out. Ugh. I'm doing it for you though, Scorpio, because it's so hard for you to release. I can feel that. Like, you're not letting yourself cry. Even if it makes you super sad, I could just feel you like just looking at something and feeling numb. Alright. Show me January for Scorpios. Remember, that's not going to resonate for everyone, but I'm a healer first, reader second, and I'm always going to try and tap into the people that need me the most. I'm sorry if you get offended by that. Alright. Show me January. So I have stress, 7 of Wands, which kind of goes with my energy, or the energy that you're moving out of when it comes to December. But it's okay. It's going to get better, I promise. Show me February. So I have guilt, the Emperor, and guilt. Oh, God. Some of you were in like a DUI, or you guys got a DUI, and you guys maybe somebody like, maybe there was like an accident. I feel like I have the Rebel and I have guilt for February. So be very careful, okay? In February, that you're not acting out on your pain and it leads you to destruction. Or like, Scorpios, we know how you guys can get. You guys are not bad. Like, you guys are okay with accepting the darkness. Like, you guys are it's so normal to you. Death is so normal to you. Like, my son is the epitome of a fucking Scorpio. And sometimes I have to tell him, like, yo, other people don't think like you. Like, I get it. It feels normal for you to just talk about death like it's nothing. Like, I mean, death was introduced to him really early. He lost his uncle, like his really close uncle, so at a really young age. But like, so when that happens to you, you kind of learn how to adapt, especially when you've seen it so much. And Scorpios, you guys are just like, you guys are on another level. Like, you guys just embrace the darkness. And I admire, I have a little bit of Scorpio in me, but I admire the out of that, right? And it's like, sometimes it could be a little too much, and it feels like that might be the case in February. Like, you might feel overwhelmed by the things that were done to you, or the things that you've been feeling, that you feel the need, or to like, or you go out and cause a little bit of your own chaos. So just be careful in whatever you do that in. Like, oh my God, I'm getting so many different ways, you guys. Please be careful, because I'm not... Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Good. March is going to be good. There's going to be a little bit more. Some of you actually might get a little bit of an intervention. I'm going to be honest. If that's not the case for you, some of you might be feeling really guilty over anybody that has passed. So like, even if you're not struggling with depression yourself, or if you weren't the one that anything that was into drugs or struggling with that, then you might feel guilty about the person that maybe has fallen under that. Like if you're the mother, then you're dealing with your son, like something like that. But there's like a built up guilt in February where you feel like something was caused by you, but it wasn't. It wasn't. That usually happens. We blame ourselves a lot when we are still blaming other people for what has happened to us. Once we realize, okay, everything that I went through I had to go through because of me, and nobody did anything to me, then we start to forgive other people, and we start to let it go, even though they were the people that, I guess, the ones that initiated the pain or whatever. They didn't know. We don't know what we're doing. People that are not walking in their awareness are not paying attention to your feelings. They're trying to do whatever it takes to make themselves feel whatever void they feel inside. It has nothing to do with you. That has a lot to do with them. That's everything, right? But in February, you're gonna feel this crazy guilt. For some of you, maybe you're a mother and you lost your son to suicide. My God, trigger warning, Scorpio. This is gonna be intense. I am so sorry. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. Okay. There's this amazing book. If somebody reminds me, if that was the case and you want to talk about it, please email me. Or if you want to talk about this period, like, let's do it. Because you don't have to. You move into 2022 carrying whatever this is that you're holding on to right now. This pain, this whatever happened to somebody else. And I could feel that. I could feel that it's something that has happened to someone else. But you're moving into... I just feel you moving into the year with it. And remember, anytime we do a prediction, you have the power to change it if it feels like that's the direction that you're moving on, that you're heading towards. Okay, so in March, I have the 10 of Pentacles. It gets so much better, my loves. I promise. It gets so much better. Like, you just have to let go of that guilt. You have to let yourself not be so, like, held down. I feel like some of you just feel so much guilt, and for shit that's not even your fault. Like, I'm picking up on things that you've been holding on to for years. Years. That is so unfair to you. But some of you don't see it that way. Some of you feel like, no, it is fair. It is fair for me to have to carry it because nobody else will. What? And that's because you accept it too much. No. You feel like there's somebody that has to pay for it. In March, you're going to feel different about it because there's going to be something that changes for you. I feel like you're either going to get, like, money, or you're going to get, like, some type of... And it's not the money part that makes you feel good, or, like, that makes you feel like you can change the way you're looking at the world. It's going to be the part that makes you feel secure. Like, the part where you're not going to have too many things to stress about. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to hone in on this and really deal with it. And because it's going to be... Maybe it's been carrying, like, you've been carrying this for the entire 2021, and you're just fucking tired of it in 2022. Like, at the beginning of 2022, you're not going to let yourself go into it like that. I can feel January and February are going to be a little tiny bit of that energy, but bam, the moment you finally feel that in March, it's just going to change, because April and May are just as beautiful. Like, you just have to let yourself, remind yourself, I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. The same way that you've done a lot of things, but you don't mean to do them, or you didn't mean any harm, or you see how some of the things that you've done have caused your kids pain or anything like that. Remove that guilt. Like, once you realize I didn't do it on purpose, then remind yourself, then everybody else that has ever hurt me obviously hasn't done it on purpose. They didn't mean to. Like, I didn't mean to hurt anybody else. I have to, and yes, we have to. Like, this is something that's very important for everyone to understand. We have to get to a point where we understand each other regardless of what was done, in order for us to be able to let it go. All right? It has nothing to do with them. But in order for us to let it go, we have to understand that they didn't mean to. That they didn't mean to hurt us. And that that wasn't their intention. Their intention wasn't to push you away, or to hurt you with what they did, or to make you feel guilty, or anything, whatever was done to you. I'm telling you, once you stop blaming other people for what was done to you, it gets so much easier for you to forgive yourself. And I think once you do, I hope that's what starts to happen in this year, because it looks like after the moment you start to let go and feel lighter about all of this, so many blessings come in. Nothing but good. Look, April and May are amazing. And you could be starting a business, or there could be something that starts up in March, or that you just want, you're like, all right, I'm ready for this. And I'm telling you, the moment you start to focus more on something else, or something that you actually do have power over, Scorpio, things, you start to realize, I can change this part of my life. Maybe I can't change the past. Maybe I can't change all of this, but I can change this part. And that little control that you get back grows so much, because you're so fucking powerful, Scorpio. It's crazy. Remember, not everyone, please don't freak out. I'm getting people, like, I'm picking up and hearing people freaking out about the suicide part, about your kid. If you've been feeling that your kid is depressed, talk to them. Reach out to them as much as you can. That's really the best that we can. And if anybody loses their life to that, I'm one of those people that I believe that our soul always decides when it wants to stay, when it wants to go. And if our soul doesn't feel like it can grow in whatever vessel it's using, it's going to leave. It's going to leave, or it's going to start to set up a lot of painful shit in order for it to just leave the world. And deep down, this is... Okay, I'm going to stop talking. If you want a reading about that, if that has happened or anything like that, reach out. And if you just want to understand it, remember, my loves, in order for us to release anything, we have to understand it. We have to. And the way that we're going to understand it is by seeing it in ourselves. We have to. If we judge it, we have it. It's a thing. June, you're going to be getting a lot of attention. I feel like in July, you're going to be spending a lot of time with your family. You're going to be having a lot of fun. But I feel you a little, like... Okay, remember that when there's highs, there has to be lows. You've experienced a very intense low, so it doesn't surprise me that your high is coming in this strong, because you've been putting in for you, whatever you do in January and February, what you did in 2021 for yourself, whatever you let go of. Maybe what I'm predicting and what I'm talking about has been shit that you've been dealing with already in 2021, but you're definitely going to end that in 2020. Like, the first 2 months, that's it. After the next 2 months, you're going to start to work out. You're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to feel more motivated. In March is going to be your big breakthrough. All right. And you're going to feel it. It's going to feel so good for you. I don't know what's happening in the stars, but damn, it's totally in your favor. And here with the Wheel of Fortune and Inner Voice, it's going to be all because you follow it. Because you've been following it, is what they just said. Because you've been trusting that the universe, even though it's been hurting like a motherfucker, you've been trusting that they've been doing something with it. You're like, my pain is not in vain. Whatever is happening to me right now, whatever I'm going through, is going to take me somewhere. That is so beautiful. And that's what it does. It brings you harmony. I'm so happy for you. You need it. Look at all the success that's coming your way. June, July, and August are going to be amazing. August, you might have a little bit of fights here and there, but when there's money, more problems, right? And it's just, it's not always easy. That's why you have to enjoy the journey of getting there. Because once you get there, there's going to be a whole bunch of other problems that are going to kind of like shit on your dreams. And that's okay. That's why we shouldn't go into anything without any expectations. If you want to read a book on that, there's this amazing book that's called The Untethered Soul. Oh my God, it's by Michael A. Singer. One of my, I can say that about so many people that I like. When I get hooked on a book, like I'll read their entire thing, but I can say that about a lot of people. So I guess I can't say that he's the person that I follow the most, but he's someone that I really respect. So Michael A. Singer, check out his books if you want to start to get into that and things like that. I can feel you getting into reading and shit. But in August, there might be a little bit of drama. There might be people trying to argue with you back and forth. But I don't think you're going to take it too far. You're not really going to be paying too much attention to them because you're going to be so busy doing your own thing. I also feel like try your hardest not to get into people's arguments or fights in August. Because I feel like there might be people that are... There might be a couple of people that try you. So just be careful. Scorpio, people, don't try a Scorpio, you guys. I'm telling you, when I tell you that they are dark, they are dark. Alright, the moment you do something to them, they've already, in their mind, in the first minute, they've already thought about how they were going to hide your body. Stop playing with the fucking Scorpio. Like, stop. They're not going to do it. Okay, not all of them get pushed to the limit, but fuck. They think about it. Like, it's there. A lot of them, I've noticed, though, won't admit it. But then I'm like, did you forget what I do? I could feel you. And then they're obsessed with scary movies and shit like that. And shit with killing and murders. And I'm like, you fucking weirdo. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so like I was saying, there's always downs. There's always ups. There's going to be an up. There might be a bit of an ending in September, but that's okay. Every ending comes like with its own, okay, that's the thing. So every ending comes with a bit of a mourning period. You hate that mourning period. Like, you can sit in it and you allow yourself to sit in it, but you don't like to. It bugs you and it just like, it makes you, you don't like it. And I can feel that whatever this is though has to end. Let me clarify that one. What is ending in September? Some of you might be getting married. I'm also picking up. Sometimes I look back, you guys, and I'm going to be getting different messages. If you guys don't like the way that I read, I'm sorry. Pick another reader. There's a million of them. But I have 10 of Cups here, so some of you might be getting married in June. Congratulations. I hope I'm invited to the wedding. I'm just kidding. I would totally go, though. If you guys invite me to your weddings, I would totally go. So, y'all better not make no fake one to get me out there, though. I'm just kidding. I just picked up, like, I'm like, Abby, stop telling people that you'll go to their fucking cities. What if some crazy person wants to, like, hey, I'm getting married. Come to my wedding. And then you get there, and then they're crazy. And they want to kill you. See? Scorpio thoughts. That's Scorpio thoughts. I'm just kidding. Okay, so there could be an ending with a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius, but whoever this is, it's someone that, or maybe there's just an ending or ending the illusion that you have to be a certain way, look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way, dress a certain way. I'm getting like somebody that maybe was like, this is not a hit on anybody that's still doing it. This is just what I'm picking up, so do not get offended. Somebody that maybe would post a lot of like half nudes, kind of, you know, like in a, like not like in a y'all know what you're doing, all right? Like when you post your picture of yourself in a bathing suit in the bathroom, like that's I know a lot of people. Okay, it's because it's deeper than that. Yes, is a woman doing it because she feels good about herself? Yes, but it's deeper than that, and we can't ignore the fact that it is. Does the woman have a right to wear whatever she wants? Of course, always, yes. And should anybody judge her? No. Judgmental people are going to judge regardless of what they do, though. So it feels like it's someone that maybe would post very provocative pictures, or maybe like a certain way, and then now they're starting to pull back from it. Like they don't want to. They don't want to be looked at that way anymore. They don't want to be seen that way, or they don't want anybody to get that impression of them. Regardless, I don't know. And it's not because they're judging themselves. It's not. Whoever this is, you're just outgrowing it. That's it. You're outgrowing, and we outgrow these things. It's not. How can I explain it? It's because it's not a thing where I feel like you purposely knew you were doing that. Okay, if you know you're posting pictures and it's just for you, then you shouldn't be getting offended. But whoever I'm picking up on, you know you were purposely doing it for the attention. All right, that's what I can say. That you knew that it was just working for you to do it. So you just, yeah. And now maybe you don't want that kind of attention. You want a different type of attention. So you're just going to start, I don't know, dressing a little different, being a little different. And it might be something that happens natural. It doesn't have to come with judgment, right? You don't have to judge yourself and be like, why am I such a slut? Or why am I such a hoe? Or why am I posting this? Or why am I this? Or because that's, I don't know. Because I'm also hearing those thoughts. Somebody that's really mean to themselves whenever they do feel like they need attention from others. But some people, I mean, the more that you are not okay, like, you have to love that part of you. And like I said, outgrow these things. Not judge yourself into being these things. That doesn't work. You can't judge yourself into anything. But we try. Like sometimes I believe that our judgment only can be like what changes us, right? There might be some money that goes away. And or there might be something that you have to pay off. Remember, that happens every year. So don't let it stress you. Because the first few months, you're going to be getting all of the money that you need to pay whatever is coming up in October, okay? In October, there's going to be something that you're going to have to pay off. So, I don't know. I'm just feeling like the universe is going to provide it. Be very grateful that they gave it to you the moment that you have it when you need it. Because I feel like you're going to have it. It's just, there's going to be a bit of an illusion because you are going to have to cut down. But it's not going to be a hard thing to make up again. Like, it's not going to be money you can't, that you can't make up. So you're going to be feeling really irritated. It could even be like an OnlyFans, you guys. It could be something like that. Okay, that's what I was picking up on. Like someone that maybe does like OnlyFans or like a little bit of Pornhub or something like that on the side where maybe nobody knows, or maybe has a sugar daddy or something like, and they just don't want that anymore. They just don't want that type of attention. They don't want like whatever. Maybe they would post something just to get a specific type of attention, because every single type of attention gets you an energy. Every single one of them. If you pay close attention to it, you'll feel it. But so it could be somebody that's like ending an OnlyFans account, or like just letting go of some type of income, or maybe something breaks down and but you have the money to pay for it. Like you're more than capable of paying for it. So don't freak out. Show me November. Ace of Swords in reverse. So November might be a little tricky for you guys, okay? Remember, it's always around that time, October, November, that you guys start to get a little, like, it's time for change again, especially around your season, right? There's a reason why Halloween happens during Scorpio season. I'm just kidding. But it just, with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords in reverse, don't get wrapped up in the competition, because maybe you were doing so good, you became very flashy. Don't be showing off. Remember how I said there's going to be something. So like if you have money, if you start to get money and you start to show off everything that you get, don't get me wrong, like there's nothing wrong with being proud of yourself and showing off like what the universe has given you, but somebody that's really proud of themselves doesn't need another person to give them a good job, you know, because that's really why we post it. Sometimes, like, it's just, it's true. And it feels like with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles and inner voice, like you're going to be getting a lot of money at the beginning of the year. You could be like showing people how well your business is or how good you're doing, and then all of a sudden there's a bit of a slowdown and you start to feel really embarrassed and you start to get angry at yourself. And just be careful, because November has an energy of like envy and jealousy and like wanting to just shut out the outside world and spend as much time as you can inside in October. It doesn't feel like it's going to be very I wanna clarify this one too. Tell me about Ace. Why is it the Ace of Swords? Okay, for my masculines, you guys might be struggling a little bit more than my feminines, though. I also feel like some of you might have an ex that might be doing really well, and you might notice that in November. Don't go spying on somebody, and don't go looking for shit you don't really want to find. Alright, if you don't want to see that your ex is in a new relationship, don't go looking at their page. If you don't want to give into that, then just don't do it. It's not a judgment on anyone that does. I've done it too, trust me. But I've also realized, like, holy fuck, I cause myself more stress than anybody else does. Tell me about December. Show me December. Seven of Swords in reverse. None of the fake people are going to be able to stay in your life, especially moving into 2023. It's not going to be that way. But sometimes we do end up starting the year a little bit of how we ended. Seven of Swords next to the Seven of Wands, so it doesn't surprise me. Seven of Swords in reverse. You might also get a bit of a cold around this time. Like, I'm feeling my my nose chakra act up a little bit. Yeah, you're going to be letting go of a lot of fake people. It might also be an Empress, somebody that fakes who they really are. Like, it's interesting. This Empress is like, it could also be the other way around, you guys. So there might be one person that's struggling with it, but you might be doing very well. Like, with this person, like, when you're no longer comparing yourself to somebody, like, when this cut comes in, there could be, like, after you cut something out that makes you some type of, it benefits you somehow. Here with consciousness, Ace of Swords in reverse with the Five of Swords in reverse, it feels like you're done playing with somebody. If they're not going to talk to you, if they're not going to make things clear with you, you're not doing that game anymore. And here with the Empress and the Sun with the Hierophant, it feels like you're in a very good place, but somebody's going to be struggling. Seven of Swords with with letting go, with the Eight of Cups. And I feel like in December you're going to be letting go of a lot of fake people. A lot, because you're going to be trusting your intuition the entire way. Like, if you don't let this little down thing get to you, and like, I feel like that it could go both ways. Okay, that's for some of you. For others of you, remember how I said some of you might be doing really good in the community, people really like you, people are asking you for your advice, some of you might be feeling like such a need to stay in that position, and remind yourself, okay, that when we fight so hard to stay somewhere, sorry, my video cut out, so I don't know if it looks all weird, but when we fight so hard to stay somewhere, that's because we need something. We're getting something from it, some type of benefit. So make sure that whatever you're doing, you're not doing it so that you can get something back, so that you don't want people to just see you in a specific light and then leave you there, or like put you up on a pedestal, or you don't want people to do that to you. All right, because then the moment you fail them, they will crucify you like there's no tomorrow. because nobody's perfect. All right, you guys saw, like, it doesn't matter how good of an advice you give. It doesn't, if you do not, it just, people crucify the shit out of you. And it doesn't, try your hardest not to hold on to your value based off how other people see you or what they need from you. All right. I feel like that's what you're going to be learning in 22. A big part of what you're going to be learning in 2022. All right, what is the... All right, so the message for... The overall message for 2022 is you are in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice, to get with spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where all of this is going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is the conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life out by your small self? Get rid of the negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter, please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now. In this moment, aren't you thrilled to know you have such a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much, my Scorpios. I really enjoyed connecting to your energy. If you're interested in a personal, again, all the information for that is listed below. I love you guys so much. If you subscribe during this reading, welcome to the fam bam. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. Bye, my loves.